Peace and blessings, guys, and everybody who's going to watch this and listen to this podcast later on. I apologize wholeheartedly, guys. I know I've been away from this. And let me apologize first and foremost to my partner, David E. Maxwell, who normally is doing my podcast with me, but I did this on like a whim, like a really on the fly type situation, man. However, if you don't know and have not subscribed to me, make sure you subscribe to me on my YouTube channel, and also make sure you go and subscribe on my podcast that you can find on iTunes and or Anchor. Now, first and foremost, let me give a big shout out to all of you guys, and let me say this. So let me back up. So, have been going through some things, and I told you guys what's going on. Firstly, let's do this. I apologize. Let me go even back even further. Peace and blessings to Dem Beats, my partner, who did not know I was going to do this. On all fairness, because this is some last minute stuff. Peace and blessings to Memphis, who just gave a shout out to me, Memphis Mayor. Also, peace and blessings to Giacomo Knox, who was on the premiere, and we talked and chopped it up. He gave we had a couple of laughs. So peace and blessings to all you guys coming on, and thank you guys so much for tuning into this live stream. I also have my videographer and my cameraman here, which is my son, Kalani, and let's get it, man. He says, drop it, bro. I'm listening. That's what's up. And peace and blessings to Awesome Heartbeats. Super Dade is in the house. Everybody who's going to come on, peace and blessings to you, and I apologize. But let's get right into it, because I want to do several different things, guys. I want to talk about the giveaway, and then I want to talk about how to market on a budget. And yes, Super Dade family ties. I got to keep my babies into the business as well. So first and foremost, guys, if you just watched the premiere of the review I did, first and foremost, let me say this. I did not get paid for that. That was not in a sponsored program. Everything that I said was legitimate. However, I didn't get into detail about the product because I didn't want to. I really wanted to go live and talk to you guys about the product itself. While we're doing this, what's good as well, Steven Dixon? I appreciate you, brother, for hollering and shouting out to me, and thank you guys for being subscribers. Also, make sure you hit the like button, guys. You got to hit the likes button. Y'all got to get used to hitting the like button. That lets us know that what I'm saying and what I'm doing is real. You can hit the down button. It doesn't matter. All right, but the aspect of Juxxe, and like I said, I'm going to be talking about marketing on a budget, okay, in this particular podcast and video, and I want to talk about the Juxxe audio. Now, at first, guys, I was real skeptical about this product because the very first pair that I got had a twinge in it and I didn't like it, but they sent out another pair immediately and quickly. One of the things that I gotta share with you guys about this product, and I'm not advocating this product at all. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by them at all. This is just something they gave away. But what I did like about this, because I've always looked into the Apple AirPods and I didn't get any because of the price, and I just thought that there had to be an alternative. So this really popped up. And what I like about this is it's a intuitive type earbud. So, and again, I'm giving this away at the end of this video. I'll be giving this away to one of you guys. You guys will get this pair. I'll be mailing it out to you either later on today or first thing in the morning. But there's things I need you to do in order for me to give this away to you. However, what I liked about these the Juxxe earbuds was that they're very intuitive, meaning that when I put in both ears, okay, let's say I just took one ear and I put in one, it recognizes, it automatically powers up and it connects to your phone once you've established that connection. That was the first thing that I liked, and it's audio. It's audible when you do it. The second part that I like about it is if you have both of those ear pieces in, if you take out one left or right, it disables itself. It recognizes that it's no longer in your ear and it disabled itself. Tripped me out, right? I also like the volume control, which you can basically push, touch. It's touch sensitive, which I like as well, and so you can control the volume, you can pause, you can take calls. It's dope, 100%, and it's only $49 right now. They had it on their website for $49. Again, they didn't sponsor these videos. I'm not doing this because I'm making money off of it. You won't even see an affiliate link, so you know that it's genuine what I'm saying to you. Now, for me, I could have had a little bit more bass. Because I'm a bass heavy person. I come from the Miami bass industry. So I could have dealt with a little bit more bass, but the way it is designed, I don't think that it is bass heavy for a reason. I think their interpretation of bass is more for like an EDM type situation. But the clarity of the audio when I'm playing music and I'm doing streaming my music on Spotify and things like that was great, 100%. And so, in all actuality, guys, and being honest with you, It's a very great wireless earpiece for the price point that it's at. It definitely is worth it. I would say that, especially with the intuitive and wireless technology that they have. I love that aspect of it. And I love, like I said, how it syncs and pairs easily. I also like the distance. The distance is unheard of, and I can't make that up. I'm trying to remember how far I actually went in my one of my videos. I was doing something, I think it was barbecuing, if I'm not mistaken, and I had my phone in the house, and I walked from out of the house all the way to the Chiqui, and that was like 30 feet. I don't know what that is in meters, and for you guys that are overseas, but 30 feet before it really started crackling, and it was phasing in and out. But I just loved it, man. So, in all honesty, guys, love it, and very great product. If you're looking for something for $49, you can't beat it. I think the normal price on it is $169, but for $49, and I'll be giving this to one of you guys. However, only thing I ask is that you be a subscriber on my YouTube channel. I ask that you subscribe to me on Instagram, and you can find me on Instagram real easily, Music Millionaires, The Peacemakers. You can type any of that up and you'll see me on there, and just comment on my stuff, guys. That's it. Oh, and I apologize. One more thing. Check out Nikki Wicks' music, First Things First. It's on Spotify. It's on all the streaming platforms. Check out Nikki Wicks. Check out Sean Levi's music. Tell me what you think when you come to Instagram, or comment. Let me know what you think. And then I'll be choosing one of you guys today. All right, choosing one of you guys today. If you are on Instagram, I will be tagging you on Instagram, because that's one of the rules. You got to be on my Instagram. And I will DM you personally, letting you know that you won these pairs. And I will be signing them, autographing them, or whatever you want to consider your brother signing and giving you, just saying thank you, and shipping it out to you. So I'll need your address and stuff like that. However, thank you guys. Really, again, appreciate these things. Really, really, really appreciate them. To Juxxe, thank you guys for sending them out to me. I really love them. And that's where we are. Now, let's jump right in, guys, because like I said, I missed these times to talk to you. And I was saying something. I'm going to go back and piggyback off something I was saying to you, man. I have been battling. I've talked about this in a lot of videos, and you may can tell within this video my energy is a little bit differently, because I had to do ceremony, right? And so in ceremony, I had to release. So this up to the third year that my security guard, my best friend, my brother, was shot and killed by my son. And you guys a lot of times that doing these videos and dealing with you very shaky within itself. So I am now in a better place, because I went through ceremony, and I had to go through a sacred ceremony with spiritual healers, and I'm good. I'm good. David Baltimore says, can I get a record deal? Can you send me some music, brother? You know what I mean? You don't know. So you feel like you're that, then send me your music. But however, want to say, man, I am new. I'm back. I'm fresh. I'm good. 100% spiritually cleansed, released. I'm good, family. And we need to go hard. And so with that, what I do know and understand with a lot of you guys is that you need marketing. You need marketing like yesterday. And we want to talk about some things that you guys need to put in play and think about when it comes to marketing, especially if you're marketing on a budget or you have absolutely no money at all. And one of the things that I want you guys to contemplate, because marketing is so important, is, gotcha, Giacomo Knox. One of the most important things about getting that publicity to your music and getting those streams in, guys, is marketing. And sometimes it's hard to do that. So let's talk about several things that you can do that cost you absolutely no money to market. Now, number one thing, all right, obviously, is social media, guys. Social media is the most important aspect of your marketing, and it's 100% free for now. Y'all guys got to be careful because of where everything is going. However, it's one of the most pivotal things that you guys can be doing, which is your social media profile. Now, let me be more specific, okay? When I talk about your social media, I see a lot of you guys, and I visit you guys Instagram profiles, and I watch you. When I troll, my trolling is different than everyone else, because I'm not trolling. I'm saying something that's trying to get you or spark an emotion. I troll you like scrolling through Instagram. Okay. I'm looking for things and mistakes that I see you guys make. Now, mind you, my Instagram page isn't the best. However, and that's because I'm using it personally and I'm using it for business and all these different things at once. Because I don't actually have a personal Instagram account, but it's not theme related, if that makes sense to you. Let's see. Because I am getting a poop load of. Let me close some of this stuff out. Maybe slowing down my process here. All right. What I noticed with you guys is that it's not theme related. And Cool Guy 91 asking the question is, what is the average budget you should have starting off? And we're going to get into that, okay, please. So bear with me on that. But what I noticed with your Instagram and your social media profiles is there's nothing that sticks out that says to me, you are an artist or you're a music producer or whatever it is. And a large part of that plays a part. So so my producers, your Instagram or social media page should be themed on music production. Okay, it should exude music production. When a person goes to your page, it should say in your bio with little icons and emojis and stuff, beat maker with a little music sign, have done over blah 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 tracks in the catalog, have worked with XYZ, dot dot dot, check me out, finger pointing down, link in the description in your bio, right? But the other aspect of it is I should see more things with you in the studio. I should see pictures of your equipment. I should see pictures and videos of you recording artists. I should see tutorials that you guys are doing. You want to establish yourself as the best when it comes to your social media profile. That is the best way to get people to purchase your tracks and or listen to your music. If you're an artist, it works the same way. Artist is a little bit more different because with artists, your fans want to know you. Your music is a reflection of you. So your fans want to know you. And so therefore there should be highlights in your life. There should be quotes in your life. There should be things that says, this is who I am and this is what you should expect from my music. Now that's one free way, but you gotta focus in on the social media differently. So using your social media profile, doing it the right way is one aspect that you can get free marketing. The second way, zero budget. We gotta go old school. You guys are gonna have to start hitting the pavement. You're gonna have to start getting out, reaching out to fans at events, going to local events in your town if you have them, or driving within 30 or 40 miles to something that may be going on in the area. Festivals, things of that nature, word of mouth, reaching out. Now with QR codes and things like that, guys, you can go out there. If a person's there to see a particular band and it's niche related to you, you should be out there as well with that band and asking like what part of the song, what do you like about them? This is my favorite song. Be at least educated on the situation. Being at least educated on that particular band and or that niche or genre of music will definitely work. And then from that point, slowly and methodically pitching your music. Hey, I have like kind of music. So check me out sometime. You can stream it for free on Spotify. Here's the app. Or if you want to listen to it now. However, these things work. You got to go old school, guys. You got to do like we used to do in I hate to say this, the 90s and early 2000s. But you got to do it. It's a tactic that is no longer being applied, and people are relying solely on digital marketing and advertising to do the work. However, what you want to do, guys, is you want to start with your immediate fan base being your home area, where you're from. If the people around you don't know about you, how can you get notoriety? And one of the greatest feelings I have where I'm from is everyone knows who I am. Everyone knows when I walk out that door, if I took my camera and just walked, right, and did a camera, you hear one just say, hey, 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 they all know me, right? So, a large part of that is mastering the circle around you and the area around you. Having the support of the people around you in your hometown will also increase your marketing visibility because these people will be proud. It's much like being a part of a football team or having a football team in the area or a basketball team, right? You notice that, not everyone's going to be a diehard fan per se, but for the most part, the support comes from the local people who are supporting the team that represents them. Be that team that people want to represent. It absolutely works, guys. Something else I want you to look at is flyers, stickers, marketing, stuff like that. Now, I know I said free, but most of you guys already have this, and or you can have it done free. You can go to a library, print up some very ingenious ways to flyer in black and white or whatever, just saying free music or new music. You know, you can be creative when it comes to that, but don't forget that these sources are available to you. But flyers, going out, business cards, putting out business cards in stores, gas stations, the little local mom and pop gas stations, the little poppy stores, wherever you are, depending on where you're located. All right. And putting out those flyers and business cards, allowing people to know that you are available, okay, and that you're available, that you're doing music. These little things make a difference, guys. It makes a difference. Also, very important, at mentions on Instagram. At mentions does a ton of world and help for you guys when it comes to allowing people to know. And what I mean by at mentions is find a artist that you feel your music is closely related to, which means their fans will be able to relate to you. And again, I always told you guys, do a micro niche. Micro niche meaning a cross between your music. The best example would be the Lil Nas X situation. And why it's doing so good is because of that cross, that hybrid between country and then rap. And I told you guys this over a year ago about the micro niche, and he's the best example of that. Billie Eilish, or Eilish, however you want to pronounce it, is another example of that cross between grunge and pop. These micro niche where you are bringing fans from one genre of music to another genre of music, and you're creating this hybrid baby. Find an artist that you sound similar to or your music is related to, and for example, the type beats type situations, and then mention their fans. Mention their fans, and there's services that do this for you. I think for as little as maybe $5 or $10. We actually do it as well, but I only do it for our artists. But it's $5 and $10. You can do mentions, and you could do like 3,000 mentions or something like that, or whatever you want. But find services that offer the mentions, because it's direct to consumer relationships that you're creating. And again, if you have a great social media profile, and a social media profile is set up to basically capture the leads and engage and all the different things, then it will work for you. But mentions work because you're taking people who are following an artist that your music is closely related to, and then you're saying, hey, check this out. Check out my music, check out my new video, check out this new post I did. And then they're gonna go, because they're being mentioned in a post and they wanna know, they're interested, like who's mentioning me and why. And then they're gonna go and they're gonna see your post, and that's gonna increase your visibility on social media platforms. It's also gonna increase your insights and analytics. It's gonna increase your engagement. And of course, you know, the algorithm and all these social media profiles like when you are being engaged with and you have a lot of engagements on posts, which then they basically reward you because of that. Now, let's talk about paid, because even though I know I said there's free ways to market, and there's a ton more other things that we could talk about. One of you guys mentioned and wanted to know about what should a marketing budget start at. And I'll be honest with you, a marketing budget should start minimally at $50. And the reason why I say $50, because I've seen $50 give people, person, places, and things over 26,000 views on Facebook. Can't make that up, because we're constantly doing marketing strategies, and we're constantly implementing things that we can put forth in our artists. So $50 is a starting point for you guys. And I'm gonna say $50 a week, which means that you need to have at least $200 a month to really see results. And again, this is something in a service that I'm working with one of my partners on, providing for you guys. If you guys are interested, if you're not interested, then you don't have to worry about it. However, I would start with $50, and I would start with $50 with Facebook. And Facebook now has a cohesiveness conversion ad. I think basically you can advertise on Facebook and it can cross promote on Instagram if you choose. So Facebook is definitely usable. Now, for those of you guys who say, well, Facebook is so old school, or for you millennials, like, oh, I don't really do Facebook. Trust and believe me, Facebook is that GOAT. You hear me? And I say that because everyone that I know in the industry right now, everyone that is doing either music, they're doing either lessons, tutorials, or how-tos, or anything like that, is using Facebook, and they're getting phenomenal results when they are implementing a sales funnel, okay? And that sales funnel is pivotal to your marketing. So now let me say this again. The budget is one thing, but utilizing the fact that these people are going to be coming to your website or coming to however you're targeting them is key. And one of the things that I see people fail in so much is not having the proper medium together, the formula, the video or the advertising video, the engage. Remember, you guys, when you're doing advertising, you're treating it the same way you're doing your music. You're creating a hook, right? You're creating your pitch, and then you're closing. And you need to do that within 30 seconds or 60 seconds, because that's a person's attention span when it comes to advertising. So a 30-second ad, and I apologize, it could be a 15-second ad, 30-second ad, 45-second ad, or 60-second ad, but I recommend 30 to 60 seconds when you're doing an ad. But open up with your hook, whatever it is you're selling, looking for great beats, looking for blah, 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 XYZ. If it's music, you start with the best points in your song and you break into the hook, because the hook is just that. Or you can start with your hook and then end with a second part of the verse, or the second verse going into the second verse. Either way, hook them, lead them into a situation, and close out, which is a call of action, which means if you're pushing your music, listen now on Spotify for free, listen now on whatever for free. But that's how you want to attack your advertising strategy when you're advertising on Facebook. It's one thing to advertise, guys, and market. It's something completely different when you don't have a plan of attack. And I keep telling you this, I don't want you guys just to advertise and put money into Facebook and just draw attention to it. Your music, if that's your goal, that's your goal. Or if you want to advertise on Instagram to get more followers. However, know what you're doing strategically. Make sure that you have a plan of attack and know what your goal and focus is and how you're going to get there. So if it's, again, putting emphasis on your music as an artist, right? And you want to highlight that, either have a lyric video with your music in the background, or have a motion track, basically, the equalizers with the image in the background, maybe popping or bumping, and your music. However, whatever it is, do something visually stimulating, because we are more attracted to the visualization of things than just audio, okay? So do something visually stimulating, and then do a call to action. When you do that call to action, either send them to your website, capture that email lead, or send them to Spotify, or engage them. Now, one to visualizers, thank you so much, David. All right, one of the things as well that I want you guys to know and think about is, now with Spotify, for a lot of people, and why Spotify is one of the largest used platforms is because they have a freemium platform. And I know I'm giving you guys a lot right now, and I know I've said a lot, but you can always go back and re-listen to this video or watch this video and then come back and on the podcast, that will be in the link, and listen to it. All right, but one of the things that Spotify is very good at is this freemium platform. But that freemium platform comes with a thing, which is, if you're listening to it as a free, then you have to listen to it through playlists. So you need to be telling your audience, your fans, put my music in your playlist so that you can listen to it anytime you want without a premium account. What does that do for you? Firstly, it shows, and Spotify's algorithm looks at how many playlists your music was dropped in and how many times it was used. Peace and blessings, Royal Vibes Inc. So by having your fans and potential fans put your music in a playlist works wholeheartedly for you. Secondly, create your own playlist. Create as many playlists as you want. Add your music to all the genres and the music that's going to properly represent you. Okay? So before you start advertising and marketing, have a playlist put in place and send them to that playlist, and or send them to your track directly and just ask, hey, add my music to your playlist today. You'll be satisfied. Whatever you want to come up with, I'm just giving you some general conversation when it comes to that. However, the playlist is the most important and pivotal aspect of Spotify. And how do I know? Because we've generated, right now in the second or third week of Shine's marketing campaign, we've generated, I think, over 23,000 streams so far. He has generated 4,000 listeners. And this is just coming from the marketing and advertising that we have our promoter doing, our promotion team doing. Now with Nikki Wicks is completely different. We're just starting, and we're already seeing the numbers pick up just by having his music in curated playlists that already have so many listeners, and it works. So make sure that you put your music in a playlist, guys. It will definitely work. Now, with that being said, guys, really want to hone into you guys. Here's some of the ideas that you guys have. If there's something that you think works when it comes to marketing, and or if you have questions about marketing or other things that you like to ask, now's the time to do it. On the podcast, you'll just hear it audibly. I'll be reading out the questions that are asked, and visually you guys will be able to see the questions that's asked of me as well, and I'll do the best that I can to answer all of these. Also, remember, if you're just coming into this, I will be giving away this exact pair Juxxe wireless stereo headset to one of you guys, but you got to be a subscriber on my YouTube channel. You got to be a subscriber on Instagram, and I'm just asking that you go and listen to Shine Levi's EP called 3 and Nikki Wicks. Tell me what you guys think, and just comment, man, and I'll be DMing one of you guys to give you a pair of these. I'll be mailing these out today or tomorrow for you guys. Now, I seen a question come in. Let's go ahead and let's see what we got as far as questions. All right, there we go. Royal Vibes says, how can I get your distribution? Royal Vibes, email me. Matter of fact, it's real simple. Go to the Peacemakers, Peacemakers, PIECEMAKERZ.com, and click on music distribution and sign up there, and I'll make sure I prioritize yours. The only thing that I ask you guys is several things. We're only dealing with people that are serious in music distribution. So if you're not serious and you're not going to be putting out music, don't do it, because we are a record label. So what we do and how we do our thing is as a record label and a major distribution company and network. So our agreement is a little bit different than Spotify, DistroKid and the rest of these companies. We don't just, there's a different platform. So what I'm saying to you is be serious about it, be putting out music, and let's go. And I'll get you guys up, but we're going to be discontinuing the music distribution and making it exclusive to Music Millionaire members only, which I'm going to talk about as well. So stay tuned to that, because we've got big advances, changes coming with that. So go over there, Royal Vibes. I got you, bro. You know I'll take care of you. I know who you are. All right. Giacomo Knox question says, if my focus is just on 30 seconds to 1 minute beats for corporate or background music, what's the best plan of attack? Themes. So if your corporate, if your plan is for 30 seconds to 1 minute beats or corporate or background music, you still need to put together a full track. And the reason why I say that is, and you want to make it 2 minutes at least minimum. You don't want to just do a 30 second or 1 minute track as a preview, because that doesn't work. A lot of times these corporations like to hear a complete song so they can then pinpoint what part of that track they want to use that may be a part of that dialogue or that what we call a treatment. So when commercials and videos are put together, there are treatments that are wrote up. The treatment basically outlines the video concept, idea, places, person, things, where it's going to be shot, what would be the general ideal and concept behind it. So when they're doing these treatments, oftentimes, if you guys pay attention to movie soundtracks and things of that nature, the entire song isn't used when they are doing these type things. Portions of the music that relates to the scene or scenario is. So you do not want to hinder yourself by just doing 30 seconds. Giacomo, you want to be able to give them at least 2.5 minutes of music and theme related. So if it's a bubbly song that you're looking for, elevator type music for lack of a better word, do that. But what I suggest to you as well, guys, is go to places like Audio Jungle, because I remember you mentioning that earlier to me. I think it was Audio Jungle. Anyway, go to places like that and listen to the music that's already been placed. Get a general idea of the type of music they're looking for, and then ghost those tracks. And if you don't know what ghosting is basically where you take the track, you quote, mimic it. However, you change it up, you change the melody, you change pitch, sounds, and frequencies, things of that nature. You make it your own, but ghost what they're doing. Don't try to recreate the wheel. If there's already templates in place for you to go by, then take those templates and then make them your own. I hope that helps you. Let's see if we got any more questions real quick. All right, so Dim Beats Production says folks don't know the difference between marketing and promotion. And to my understanding, promotion is showing people the benefits of your product, and marketing is make it available to consumers. And in a nutshell, that's exactly correct. Promotion is promo. Promo is short for promo. And it can double for marketing as well, promotional marketing. However, promo is just that. He did a very great job in explaining what promotion is. You basically highlighting a product, person, place, and thing, versus marketing is when you're trying to market to people or demographics to sell something at the end of the day. All right. Sumo Productions asks, would it be valuable to post my beats on a platform like Spotify or Deezer? Meaning that I'd have to go through a distributor. Yes, it will be valuable to post your beats on platforms like Spotify or Deezer, because that's where everything is going, marketing. At the end of the day, I want you guys to be very clear. Streaming is you guys' best avenue and source of income right now, because people are not downloading anymore. They're getting away from downloading. If you look at where the music has went through physical sales, through vinyl, CD, and et cetera, tape, CD, and then it went to downloads, right? And now downloads is now converting into streams, and then streams are now converting into playlists, which is basically the newer way of saying radio play and stations. Yes, it does behoove you to get on all these platforms, because you never know where your audience is or who may like it, and just being realistic that some platforms may not pay like others. Just like with Spotify, you're not going to make a hella lot of money with Spotify unless they are listening to you from the premium side of things, but you will make some money. All right. But yes, distribution is the key behind that, and getting with a distributor who not just distribute, because now distribution now is last year. Honestly, distribution is last year. The whole $20, $29 thing is so old school now. It's done, because artists are catching on and musicians are catching on that they're spending money, and they have to make that money back up. And with the streaming rates being so low, you may or may not make that, especially if you don't have a marketing plan or a team put together or an ideal or concept. If you guys don't treat this like a business, you're going to lose, whether it's $20 or $29. And it may not be much when it comes to distribution, but it's still your money, and you want to look at the analytics behind it. So if I spend $20 or $29, if I'm using TuneCore or DistroKid, how many streams do I have to get in order to make that money back? And so you need to start looking at this from a business standpoint, and looking at your ROIs, return on investments, and how can you make that money up? How much more money am I going to have to spend in order to get that? Or how can I make that money back on a zero budget? All right, you got to be realistic about it. But distribution now is more simplistic. When you look at distribution platforms, you want to look at what they're going to be giving you in return. What do they offer outside of distribution? Are they offering marketing? That's one of the things that we're going to be doing with our distribution platform for those who are generally serious, because we're going to start scrutinizing the applications. For those who are generally serious and I see that you're working, we're going to put money behind you. That's what we're doing now. We're going to generate money, put money behind you, because as your distributor, we have a vested interest in you. We don't make money unless you make money. So I want you guys to really think about your distribution platforms, and be very wary of one thing as well: that whole free platform, that free distribution, which sounds so great, guys. It's never free, because what they're not telling you is that there's money being taken out. They're just not directly telling you how. So companies like iTunes and these different platforms, they're taking their fees out of that as well. And oftentimes they're tech fees, admin fees that, quote, don't reflect your royalties per se, but they actually do. Because you got to realize that distribution is not being regulated and has not been regulated. And so certain platforms can generally make up what they want when it comes to their streaming rates and what they want to offer, because of either their advertising revenue and or how they make their money. And it's, of course, it's always about a profit. So if I offer the lowest amount of streaming revenue, as long as I'm paying, and that's my requirements from RIAA and the performing rights organizations and all these different places, I am meeting my criteria, which is, again, not regulated. So I really can pay you pretty much anything, which is why YouTube gets away with their streaming rates. They're the largest used platform. They know they can break artists. They know that they have the most users on their platform in views and visibility, and so they can control the music rate and pay you things as ridiculous as 0.00128 whatever the royalty rate is right now. I don't have it on the top of my head. So just realize that, guys, that when you're dealing with distribution companies, look at distribution companies who will have a vested interest in you and will put just as much work into your music as you are in marketing. You want someone that's going to piggyback your efforts and promote you and help you get to where you need to be at. All right. Let's see. Okay, a lot of you guys are getting a lot of great responses from the rest of the team, like Dem Beats and Spadazzo. So that's great. I won't interrupt them. Very knowledgeable. Stephen Dixon asks a great question. What will be the best way to market and promote an instrumental beat tape? The best way, Stephen, right now that I've seen, and if you're not familiar with, guys, I want you guys to check out Chill Cow. It's on YouTube. Chill Cow is basically a music production company, and they basically take their music and they make it available to students to listen to. They marketed and promoted their music as basically student study music, for lack of a better word, and in return they have millions of followers with that concept. They basically created a YouTube radio station, for lack of a better word. They have millions of followers. They market it to a specific niche of people and demographics, which were millennials who are looking for music that they can just study to without words. And they actually take instrumental music and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. If you think I'm lying, once you go to Chill Cow, look them up on Social Blade. Social Blade always underplays what a channel's making, or they just aren't on the nose at all. But you can get a general idea what they're making a month off of instrumental beats. So look at that and look at all the other examples that you have, and just basically take what other people are doing. And here's something that I don't see producers doing that I really wish you guys to catch on to. If you see an idea working over here, and then you see another idea over here working, mesh the two. Again, create that brainchild, create that child, and make it work for you. I have several members that I'm working with and I've been lacking on, that have done this. They've taken some things that I've taught them and they say it worked, and then they've taken things that other people have taught them and meshed it. Things that don't work, they push it to the side, and the things that do work, they completely implement it and go hard with. So do the same thing when it comes to marketing your instrumentals and your beats, guys. Now, guys, make sure again that you hit the thumbs up button. That lets me know that I'm doing a great job and that I'm answering your questions, and I may be providing you guys things that you didn't think about. And let me be honest with you as well, and I'm not looking for the money aspect of it, but if you do super chat, guys, super chat will not, because I may be missing some of you guys' questions, and maybe important questions. Super chat will allow you to be able to make sure that I see your question and look at it like consulting for cheap. You know, because I offer a consultation for subscribers for $50 an hour, where you got me locked in. And if you're not a subscriber, then I do it basically $100. But look at Super Chat as your personal consultation with me for, I think it's $2 or $5. I don't know what they charge you, but that way I know I can get to your questions, and I'll hone in on your question particularly. And it's the cheapest way that you can get the answers that you need, because I am right now doing it for free, and I'm not going to get to all you guys' questions, okay? So look at Super Chat to do that, because I know I'm missing some questions and I don't want to go. And again, I'm doing a podcast at the same time, so I don't want to have this podcast dead air. Let's see. Spadazzo and Dem Beats are answering some of the questions. That's great. Royal Vibes said, I got a lot of money to make for the Music Millionaires family. Let's get it, Royal Vibes. That's what we're talking about. And it's not just the Music Millionaire, brother, it's the Peacemakers. And that's the thing that I want you to understand, that our brand is the Peacemakers. That the Grammy Award winning team, world renowned, still working with Dr. Dre, still working with Aftermath, still working with Anderson .Paak, Kendrick Lamar, all these guys. That's who we're working with. That's who my brother is. So that's what you're representing, the brand, the Peacemakers. So we're only taking the best. So make sure you bring your A game, brother, 100%. All right. Exposing thoughts. Boy, I tell you. I have a question. If I have $2,000 budget a month, what promotion should I invest in? A $2,000 a month budget. Now, exposing thoughts, let me ask you something real simple. Is this per month, every month, or a month that you have $2,000? Because if you have $2,000 promotion that you can invest, which basically equals, from my calculation is right, $22,000, $24,000 a year. There is so much you can do with that puts you ahead of the game for a lot of different reasons, because everyone doesn't have that budget. Now, most of the time, and honestly, $22,000, $24,000 isn't a lot of money when it comes to really going hard. And the other aspect of it is exposing thoughts. I apologize. Your name is funny. I like it. How are you marketing this? Is this toward a artist? Is this a producer aspect of marketing? What are you trying to achieve with those $2,000? What are you marketing? Are you marketing yourself as an artist? Are you marketing your record label or an artist in your label? All this plays a part in the advice I can give you when it comes to your marketing strategy. And it definitely, if you're spending $2,000, you can definitely spend $50 and get a consultation with me, especially if you're a subscriber, and we can go through it and I can hash out a plan. It's not something that you don't want to do. You don't want to, what's the best way I can say, look at your $2,000, which of course is very important because that's a lot of money, especially to anybody who don't have, 6-figure, 7-figure income. $2,000 is a lot of money, but you don't want to take a quick overview of what you should do with your money. Basically as advice. I can give you a quick overview, which is the best thing I could do, but you don't really want to do that. So let me know, either way, go musicmillionaires@gmail.com. Email me if you want to have a more private conversation and I can help you out, guys. All right, let's see. I'm trying to get you guys questions. You guys got some great questions, so thank you so much. And again, if you want to listen to the podcast, make sure you subscribe. Thank you, and also come to my YouTube channel to listen and watch when I go live, and you can be a part of this live experience. All right. Now, Anna Ramel asks a great question. Do I need an agent to get my music to a record label? Anna Ramel, what are you trying to achieve with the record label? What is it that you feel the record label can do for you that you cannot do for yourself, which is my first question to you. Secondly, understand that record labels, and I said this at the very beginning and inception of my YouTube channel and creation of this YouTube channel, which is